Which is better, the OnePlus 13 or the iPhone 16 Pro Max? I bought the OnePlus 13 a few weeks ago and I love using it so far. The phone has an excellent upgraded camera system and a beefy battery with the latest Snapdragon chipset. On the other hand, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is most likely the hottest flagship phone out there, and it is more of a natural choice for many users. I will do a day in the life comparison of them, testing the battery life, camera, and performance. I am Mo and I bought both of these phones with my own money. I put the link to OnePlus 13 in the description down below. I bought it from GizTop. I charged both phones to 100% overnight. The OnePlus 13 screen is slightly smaller and the body is lighter than of the iPhone. The camera housing is larger on the OnePlus 13 compared to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a customizable action and dedicated camera buttons. OnePlus 13 has its classic slider on the left side, which you can use to turn the phone on or off, silent or vibrate modes. I went outside to have breakfast at my favorite Turkish cafe. I took some indoor photos with the telephoto lens on both of them. The colors on the OnePlus are more vibrant, and on the iPhone they are more muted. Hasselblad, a Swedish company, is helping OnePlus develop the camera's color science, and I like how the colors turn out. The OnePlus 13 is pretty bright under direct sunlight. The screen is also slightly curved on the edges. The camera housing has 3 cameras, an ultra-wide, a wide, and a telephoto lens. The main sensor on OnePlus is smaller than the main sensor on the iPhone, but the telephoto sensor is noticeably larger. The iPhone screen is also bright. The good thing about the iPhone is that the screen is also flat, which makes it easier to find the screen protector for it. The camera housing is also tucked in nicely on the back of the iPhone. Let's test the selfie camera and the mic quality on both phones. On the right side we have iPhone 16 Pro Max, and on the left side we have OnePlus 13. At least on the viewfinder I feel like the iPhone quality is better. My face is better lit. On OnePlus it's a bit too contrasty, but we may see a different result if we actually see it in the computer. Both phones support wireless charging. To charge them, you can use Ugreen, the sponsor of today's video. Ugreen MagFlow Qi 2 2-in-1 wireless charger is Qi 2 certified and can charge your iPhone up to 15 watts. It also supports OnePlus 13 and you don't need to worry about it. It powers your iPhone 16 from 0% to 37% in only 30 minutes. You can also charge your iPhone and AirPods or any earbuds that have wireless charging cases simultaneously to reduce cable clutter and keep your desk neat and organized. The foldable and 70% adjustable magnetic charger lets you use your iPhone vertically or horizontally while charging. The charger is a foldable charging station that is not much thicker than your phone, and you can even put it easily into your pocket and carry it around. The quality of the charger is top-notch. I'm using many Ugreen products daily and I fully trust them. Check out more Ugreen Qi 2 products in my description, and thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring this video. By the way, I shot the sponsored session on a separate day, which is why the battery percentage numbers are different. While I was walking outdoors, I snapped a few pictures. In this picture, I prefer the one on OnePlus. The sky color is nicer, and the clouds have more highlights than the iPhone, which blow out the highlights. The same goes for the ultra-wide shot here. If you look at the sun, the iPhone has blown out highlights. In general, OnePlus pictures are more vibrant, and the iPhone is too muted and does not have a punch. Regarding the video quality, the problem I have with OnePlus is that the frame rate is variable. Hence, I have a difficult time converting it so I can edit it in Adobe Premiere. Other than that, the quality of the main lens is nice. Both create a green reflection as a dot in this scene. The iPhone 16 Pro Max telephoto lens is 5 times, but the OnePlus lens is 3.7 times. However, the size of the OnePlus sensor is larger, which is more important than its reach. Also, when taking photos, the iPhone's maximum zoom is 25 times, but the OnePlus can go up to 120 times, which can be handy in wildlife photography. The quality of the shot on OnePlus is miles better. The highlights are not overblown and the bird is captured with more details. I don't know how many of you do bird photography, but if you do it casually from time to time, you have better luck picking the OnePlus 13. iPhone does not apply proper denoising after a certain zoom level. For video on the telephoto lens, the iPhone captures it sharper compared to the OnePlus 13. Both are doing a great job. In this video I shot, the iPhone got the focus better. The video on OnePlus looks out of focus. On the other hand, both are doing a terrible job at flare management. The iPhone is one of the worst phones I have ever had for light reflection, and it seems OnePlus is also not handling this situation well. You can use the Telephoto Macro mode to take macro shots from a distance with the telephoto lens on OnePlus. You can do the same on the iPhone, but the shots will have less details. This last shot, again, shows a difference in color processing between the two phones. The iPhone camera app has limited options. On OnePlus, you can access Pro mode, which allows you to change settings such as shutter speed and ISO. Both phones have a dedicated portrait mode, in which the phone creates an artificial depth of field for the subject. Both did great in separating the subject from the background, but OnePlus did it a bit more aggressively. The iris skin tone on OnePlus is more magenta, and on the iPhone it is greener. The nice thing about the telephoto lens on OnePlus is that the subject does not need to be too far when you take a picture because it is 3.7 instead of 5 times zoom. The main difference between this telephoto picture is that OnePlus does more denoising and smoothing the face, while the iPhone does more sharpening of the skin. Also, OnePlus has more in the frame because of a lower reach. I then got on the train to go to the university since I had to teach in the evening. Both phones have the same % battery life and a strong 5G connection. I put both phones on GPS and navigated with Google Maps so the train does not get lost. The train ride will be about 2 hours long and it is a beautiful sunny day. By the time I got to the next city where the university is, OnePlus had 2% lower battery. I arrived at St. Pölten, the capital of Lower Austria. I took some pictures at dawn. Here, I took a photo at around 200mm focal length, and the shot on OnePlus is more accurate in colors and has better details, as you can see right now. In the second shot, interestingly, this time, the iPhone created a more vibrant picture. When I arrived at the class, I put both phones to capture a video of me on 4K 30 frames per second. I wondered why my student thought I was doing at the moment. My student got bored with the lecture and started to play Uno. The shot of OnePlus is more exposed, thanks to a low shutter speed, while the one on the iPhone is more neutral. This time, by the end of video recording, OnePlus have 1% more battery than the iPhone. I did web browsing on both phones before going home, and by the end, both had a similar 70% battery percentage. Before going home, I captured this one. I prefer the processing on OnePlus. The picture is cleaner. This is where the larger telephoto sensor shows itself. The shot on the iPhone is not usable, and the sensor could not produce the right amount of details. When it comes to the video though, I prefer the one on the iPhone. The one on OnePlus 13 looks too artificial for some reason. I then took the train to go back to Vienna. The sky in Vienna was purple. I took this video using my Sony Alpha camera, and the colors are pretty accurate. The OnePlus 13 got the tone of the sky right. Both of them overexposed the sky a little bit, but in terms of colors, OnePlus is more accurate. The same goes for this one. The shot on OnePlus has better colors for the sky. The white balance on the iPhone is too green. Taking a photo of the night sky, OnePlus exposed it more using a very low shutter speed. This is a trend that I observed a lot at night, where OnePlus takes a few moments to take a picture, which results in a brighter scene. The light reflection on the iPhone at night is horrible, as usual, and the picture is unusable. Before going home, I went to a Christmas market nearby and captured a few more pictures. In summary, at night, the pictures on OnePlus are brighter than those on the iPhone. On the ultra-wide and wide lenses, they capture similar amount of detail. However, OnePlus is doing a much better job with the telephoto lens. For the video, I again used my Sony Alpha FX30 camera to capture this scene as a reference. In this video, the iPhone's red and yellow tones are more accurate, but the light reflection with green lights appears in the footage. I got home around midnight, and both phones had 60% battery left. I decided to play Genshin Impact on both phones to measure the performance and temperature. They are both playing on max setting and 60 frames per second. During the 15 minutes gaming test, neither of them had any frame drop, and they handled it very well. By the end of the test, the thermals on the iPhone were better, and the maximum temperature on the iPhone was a couple of degrees lower. iPhone was awarded as the coolest phone of the year, and being even close to it is a great accomplishment. By the end of the gaming test, OnePlus 13 had 1% less battery. Then, I left both phones on standby overnight, and when I woke up, OnePlus had 1% more battery than the iPhone. The OnePlus 13 battery life is as good as that the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The performance is top-notch, if not better than the iPhone. The thermals are great, the reception is great, and the camera is finally being coughed up to the flagship phones. Also, I bought the iPhone for €1,100, while OnePlus was €650, both without tax. Of course, it depends on which region you buy it from, but most likely, OnePlus is always much cheaper. If you want to see a comparison between the OnePlus 13 and Galaxy S24 Ultra, I have just the right video for you, which you can watch next. Thanks for tuning in to Techmo, and I will see you in the next one.